Hey, welcome to this yoga flow class. I'm Elizabeth and we'll be guiding through this sequence together. Before we do anything, let's just take a big deep breath together. So in through your nose and let it go. You can make some noise. One more time. Let it out. Good. Okay, so we're gonna do like a slow flow class today. We're gonna warm up a little bit and get some heat in the body and just release some tension that we've been holding on to. Thank you, Josie, for requesting me to record this. I love you so much. I hope you and Paul have a good time doing this, and I hope you have a good time feeling into your body as well. Thank you. So let's get started. First, if you would like to put some music on for a vibe, feel free. That would be a good idea. What you need for this practice is just enough space around you, maybe a yoga mat, whatever you have, whatever. Something that I think would be really nice would be to have a folded up towel or blanket. This is like a yoga blanket, so it's more like a towel. So yeah, if you don't have just feel it out, okay? It's used for like padding and sitting on, and it feels super nice. Okay, sweet. So once you're ready, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna sit on my blanket. We're gonna start out just sitting in a comfortable seat. Letting our hands rest down, bringing our shoulders up to our ears, rolling them down our back, releasing them. Let's go ahead and close our eyes if it feels comfortable here and begin tuning into the breath. Noticing how it flows in and out. Right now, spring is here, my allergies are kicking in, so it's a little more mouth breathing, and that's totally fine. Just notice as the air comes in and out, and maybe adjust if you'd like to breathe through your nose and you weren't before. Even if it's noisy like me, just go for it. And as we begin settling into this place of stillness, just begin noticing the body. Go ahead and bring your awareness to your feet. So without moving your feet, see if you can just really feel into them and notice them. Feel into your little toes, the arch of your foot, the tops. We're going to begin to do a full body scan. So as our awareness is at our feet, let's go ahead and bring our awareness up to our ankles. Taking big deep breaths the whole time. Up into our calves and our shins. All the way up to our knees. Notice if there's any tenderness there. Just hold your knees in this place. Coming all the way up to our thighs, our thigh bone, the fronts of our thighs, and then into our thigh backs. Just breathe in. Coming up to our seat. Feel where you're connecting to the ground. A little bit farther up into our low back and pelvis area. Just center your awareness there. Up into our belly. Take a big deep breath into your belly. Maybe place your hands to your low belly and feel your belly expand and contract. Good. Let's move our hands up to our heart and place our awareness there. Breathe in below your hands into your heart space and let it go. Feel into the back side of your heart where your shoulder blades meet. Come up a little bit more. You can release your hands or keep them where they are. Bring your awareness up to your shoulders. Notice if you're carrying any tension. See if you can relax at all your shoulders. Let something go. We'll let our awareness trickle down our arms, our upper arms, into our elbows, into our forearms, and into our hands. Feel into your fingers. See if you can notice awareness in each of your fingers without moving them. So first pinkies, ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, and your thumb. Good. We'll travel up back through our arms, to our shoulders, and to our neck. And come up a little bit farther into our face. Oof. Notice where you're holding there. Maybe let your jaw go. If you're holding behind your eyes, maybe try and relax your eyes. Your eyes can be closed. And notice into your forehead. Maybe you need to touch to release some tension there. Our minds get so busy, and sometimes with that, we hold so much energy up here. Now feel into the back of your head. Maybe place your hands there just to bring awareness. And finally, place your hands at the very top of your head. Let your awareness come to the very crown of your head, the top. Good. And let the energy flow as it does back through your whole body. Maybe wiggle your toes and your fingers. You can blink your eyes open. Let's take another deep breath. Good. Okay, we're going to begin to move a little bit. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. So place your hands together, interlace them, and push them away from you, rounding your spine into a C shape, and let your head drop. Inhale, bring your chest forward and your booty back and your throat open, just to warm up the spine. Exhale, round back into that C shape. This is cat. Inhale, open up. Let's do 2 more. Push forward. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, push, make space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, open up. Beautiful. Okay, place your hands to either side of you, so you're in like a triangle. Inhale, your right arm up and over. Good. Don't compromise your chest to get farther. If you find yourself leaning over like this, come up a little bit and rotate your chest up and bend from that place. It's symbolic of keeping our hearts open. On your next inhale, come back through center, and we'll bring the other arm up and over, stretching out the other side. Good, back through center. Okay, now we're gonna do some Sufi circles. So these are seated, and we begin in like the cow pose, where you come forward, and then we're gonna bring our way around and then back to the front. Good, so just feel into this. The circles can be small, barely visible, or they can be big and wide, depending on what feels yummy in your body. When you're ready, switch to the other direction. Make your circles the other way. Good. Okay, so this next part, if your knees are sensitive, stay seated. But if you feel like you want to, try. I like to put my knees on my blanket for extra padding anyway, and then sit back on your toes. And this is to stretch the bottoms of our feet. And we're gonna look back and to make sure all of our toes are tucked. I usually need to pull my pinkies under too. And depending on how often you sit like this might get intense really, really quick. And as soon as the fire is just too intense, you can come down and just sit on your ankles. It's really fine. But while we're here, for as long as we want to feel this, we're going to stretch out our wrists a little bit and bring some feeling into them. So first, just rotate them out in front of you. Good. And then press your right arm out to a stop. If you hyperextend your elbows, keep a slight bend in them. And then place your left hand in front and then gently begin to pull back. Breathe into your wrist. Remembering that you can close your eyes at any time. That can sometimes help you feel into the body more. Good. And we're going to flip our wrist over and then pull back gently, stretching out the top of the wrist. Good. Okay, let's circle out our wrists a little bit more, and then we'll do the left side. So stop and then pull back. And flip it over and bring it toward you. Good. If your toes are still tucked, go ahead and come forward and gently tap them. Ooh, my goodness, it's so intense for me. Okay, gently tap them on the mat. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna come into our first downward facing dog of the practice. A super bent knee downward facing dog. If it's too much on your wrists, just sit it out or come onto your forearms. It's intense, but let's try it. Okay, so plant your hands down, like shoulder width distance apart. Tuck your toes, pull your belly in, and begin to send your hips up and back. And keep your legs super bent. It's all about keeping a super long spine here. It's less about a hamstring stretch at this time. Right now, we're wanting to just feel in however your body wants to move or be still at this time is perfect. It's all about listening. I really like to shift my weight into one side than the other. That feels super good for my hips. But let's all meet in stillness for 2 big breaths. Relax your neck, maybe move it around gently. On the bottom of the exhale, go ahead and walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Keep your knees super bent and fold over your legs. Do with your arms what you want. If they want to reach to the ground, reach to your legs. Interlace and hold onto your elbows. Just let your head hang heavy. Pour out all that you no longer need. Coming all the way through your spine, pouring out the top of your head. Releasing. Good job. Okay, ground down through your feet and slowly come up to stand. We'll bring our arms up overhead with an inhale. Bring them back down to our chest. Exhale. Good. All right. Let's bring our left foot centered underneath us and our right foot up to our chest and hug it in. Make our shoulders super wide and proud. Our chest forward. Good. We'll send our leg back so we fly forward. Playing with balance here. Maybe close your eyes if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Good job. Okay, swing it back through. Send your right legs up to your chest. Exhale, make a figure 4 shape. So put your ankle on your left thigh and bend down. And begin stretching into that hip. You can bring your hands to your chest. You can bend your knee a lot, your bottom knee, and then maybe bring your hands towards the floor. We'll be here a couple more breaths. You can let your head hang heavy. On your next inhale, begin to straighten back up, knee into chest, and we'll send our leg back into a high lunge. Good. Exhale, open up to the left side, twist. Try and keep your hips square to the front, and twist with more of your upper body. You can look over towards your left hand if that feels good. Good. All right, now we're gonna twist open into warrior two. So big windmill. Keep that front leg really bent and bring the right leg out straight and your foot flat on the ground. Adjust as you need to. Big deep breaths. Plant your right arm, right hand on your right leg. Lift up and over. Good. Come all the way over so you're reaching out towards the left, towards the front. Good job. Come back to the center. Swivel back so you're in a high lunge. Maybe lift your chest up an inch. Then exhale, bring your hands down to the ground and come back into a downward facing dog. Good. Make your feet as wide as the mat or just pretty wide if you're not using a mat, and turn your toes out. Let's bend our knees and walk our hands back so we're in a yogi squat. Your heels might be up, that's fine, don't worry about it. You might be super high up, that's cool too. It's all just about you, the way your yogi squat is, and it's gonna stretch your hips and strengthen your legs either way. So here we're just meeting ourselves where we are, taking a big deep breath, lengthening our chest up as much as we can, so less hunching over and more trying to have a long spine. Good job. All right, let's plant our hands down and begin to straighten our legs. So we're in a forward fold. Inch your legs in a little bit, and then you're gonna walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Put your toes together, your big toes, and then put your knees really wide and bring them down to the floor. We're gonna come into child's pose. So just relax your forehead down to the ground. It's okay if your butt's really high in the air or whatever this looks like. It's all about what it feels like. Another breath here. Good. Let's do the left side. So let's come into up, down dog, and we'll walk our feet forward. Plant our feet down really firm and root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to our chest. Good. Okay. A couple more breaths here. On your next inhale, center your right foot beneath you and bring your left foot up to your chest. You can hug it in. Exhale, send it back behind you to fly a little bit. Close your eyes, fall down, do whatever you want to do. Good, inhale, back up, knee to chest. Then exhale, we're going to do our figure four. So place your ankle on your right thigh and begin to bend down and balance here. You can bend down more and fold forward to really have this kind of stretch if you want. You can release your head. You can wiggle your hips from side to side to get deep pockets of junk that are being held in your body. Good. Okay, inhale, back up. Okay. And
And then we're going to send our leg back into a high lunge. All right, let's exhale, twist open to the side, keeping our hips pretty square. Reaching out through our fingertips. All right, and then we're gonna open up into warrior two. So really bend into that front leg, keep the back leg nice and long and really press into the back foot. And reach out through your fingertips, getting nice and wide. I'm getting pretty sweaty, I hope you are too. All right, and then we're gonna flip open our front hand and reach over to the back. And swivel open and reach forward. Come up to center. We did it. And then come back to your crescent lunge to the front. Ooh. And then hands down to the ground. Come into plank and then lower all the way down to the ground. Just take a moment here to windshield wiper your legs. So bend your knees and let your feet fall side to side. We're going to bring our hands out wide and tent our fingers on the ground and inhale, lift up a little bit. Unclench your butt if it's all clenched up and bring your tailbone pointing towards your feet. And exhale, release. We'll do another baby back bend. So inhale, chest forward. Exhale, release. Good. Okay, we're gonna swivel around so we're on our backs. And bring your knees, hug them into your chest. You can rock from side to side to massage your low back. You can make your side to side really big. Make your movements as big as feels good. Good. We're gonna come into happy baby, so bring your legs up towards straight and then open them up and bend them. Either grab the backs of your legs behind your knees and stay here, or reach up and grab the outside of your feet. You feel free to rock from side to side. Good. When you feel ready, bring your knees back into your chest. We're going to do a twist. So scoot your butt over to one side and let your knees fall the opposite way. Reach your arm out to the side, opposite of the way your knees are going. And take big, deep breaths into this twist. Two more breaths here. Good. Feel your core. Bring your knees back up to center. Scoot your butt the other way and twist over to the opposite side. Make every breath count. Really drink it in and release completely. 3 more breaths on this side. Good job. Come back to center. For our final pose before Shavasana, we're going to place our feet together and let our knees fall out to the side. Maybe place one hand on your navel and one hand on your chest. And just breathe here. You can stay here for Shavasana, or if you would like to take a more traditional variation, go ahead and straighten your legs out. Let them splay out wide. Bring your shoulder blades underneath you and let your arms fall out to the sides as well alongside you. This is a place where we let the practice soak into our bones and feel the reverberations of all we've done throughout our body. A place to let go and a place to just be with ourselves. We'll be here for about a minute, and let your breath flow in and out naturally and just be here. If your mind starts to wander away somewhere else, try and invite it back to your body, feeling into how it is just lying on the floor still. Invite in a deeper breath. Let it go. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You keep your eyes closed and roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow. Stay here as long as you like, or go ahead and push your way up to sitting. And keep your gaze soft. You can bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for practicing today, and it's always good to move with our bodies. So thank you. We give thanks to Earth. We bow to her.
May this gratitude and sense of presence that we feel carry us throughout our day. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye.